Got a pretty awesome mail day here from Australia. I'll start with some Hall of Fame rookies, including a few I didn't have. Alan Donald, great bowler from South Africa, 1993 Buttercup. Jayawardene, this is his rookie from 1998. He is considered one of the great players of the last 20, 30, 40 years. So this was a card I did not have. I actually have a gold version of this, but this is the base. So it's nice to have the base as well. O'Reilly. So Bill O'Reilly. This is, as far as I can tell, one of his only, maybe his only card from 1930. This is the 1930 Giant Brand Licorice card. Unfortunately, this one was trimmed. This was a wider card that somebody probably, I don't know, 90 years ago wanted to fit into some kind of sleeve. So they trimmed this, but I didn't pay too much for this. I'm just happy to have it. I've been hunting for this card or any 1930 O'Reilly for a while, so that is a nice addition to my PC. I should have mentioned, I think I mentioned this on other videos, I've been trying to get the first card, rookie card, if you will, of all of the Hall of Famers. So there's 96 Hall of Famers. I did not have the O'Reilly, and I did not have Steve Waugh, which was a major miss in my PC, but I've now gotten this. I had a gentleman in Australia give me this card for free. I was asking around trying to find it. I've been looking on eBay for a while, seen other cards from this set, and bought some other cards from this set. But this is the 1986 Scanlens, the Clashes for the Ashes. And a Waugh had just never come up for sale. So this gentleman was like, hey, I've got a copy. It's not mint, but you're welcome to it. I was like, how much do I owe you? He's like, no, mate, it's free. So really, really, really appreciate that. Very generous, and frankly makes me think about the way we collect in different countries. I know in Australia, it's a lot more about collecting sets and a lot more about the community aspect than it is here in the U.S., where people are very focused on trying to find the rarest thing and the thing that they could potentially make the biggest profit off of. So that really was a really nice change of pace. So thank you very much. Next up, Derek Underwood, another rookie card I did not have. This is the 1974 Sunnycrust, Hall of Fame rookie here. And then Curtly Ambrose was actually able to track down two of these. The first one has a big crease across the front. Was still happy to get it because I didn't have this 1988 Curtly Ambrose. But then I also found a nicer version too. So had already purchased the first one, so picked up this one as well. It's not creased, still not mint. Some discoloration on the back, but a nicer copy than the first one. So now I've got two of those Curtly Ambrose. And finally, a Neil Kumble. This is the 1996, which he also has a Futura from 1996. But I really like this card and found it for a reasonable price from a seller in Australia, so I picked that up. All right, now moving on to the next section. Picked up some Brian Lara team rookies. So he doesn't have any individual cards from 1993, but he does have these 1993 Futura team cards with the West Indies. So he has the World Series champions and the Test champions. So I was able to pick those up for really reasonable price. Also was able to pick up his 1996 base Futura, the Sachin base Futura, and the Shane Warne from a seller, and a few more Warne cards. So the 1997 Select. This is the 1996 Futura Elite. This is a really sweet card. I love the foil on this one. Another Futura Elite foil card of Warne, also 1996. And then this one is really sweet. So this is the Frontliners. And one thing that was cool that they did in this set was the first, I don't know if it was the first 500 or the first 1,000 of this, they put this first day issue stamp on. So I did not have the first day issue Warne insert here. Really sweet, holographic rainbow foil. I just think one of his best looking cards, and it's nice that it's serial number. This one, 225 out of 5,000. And then maybe my favorite card in this whole group is a two-sided bat to ball card. So on the front side, you've got Brian Lara, and this is actually like basically his rookie year as far as individual cards goes. This is in 1995. Lara on one side, arguably the best batter of our generation. He and Sachin kind of neck and neck for that. On the other side, arguably the best bowler of our generation, Warren. So not exceedingly rare. They printed 4,500 copies of this. I'll see if I can get it in focus. This is 1877 of 4,500. But you will not see this card come up for sale very often. I think the reason for that is it's just such a cool card that anyone that has one doesn't really want to get rid of it. So I was really happy to get a copy of this finally. I've been searching for it for the past year, and finally was able to get one. And it's a nice copy as well. All right, so now moving on to a different part of my collection I've been starting to put a little bit more time into, which is the more modern GOATs. So Steve Smith, just a completely dominant batter for Australia. I did pick up his 2011 cricket attacks recently, but it's very, very hard to track down Steve Smith cards. So I was happy to find a seller who had a few of these 2015 Steve Smith cards. They're tap and play. In general, I don't know if this era they just didn't produce as many cards or what, but it's kind of hard to find any issues of these players in the kind of mid 2000s to mid 2015. So, picking up 3 at once was nice. Steve Smith's, one of the best batters today. For those of you that have been to Australia, it's a Victoria Bitter sponsored card, VB. Not the greatest beer. Apologies if I'm offending anyone in Australia, but pretty hard to choke down, kind of like a Milwaukee's Best type of beer, but a lot of people love it in Victoria, which is where Melbourne is. Next up, Adam Voges. So Adam Voges, he retired, but if you look at the career test batting averages, he is actually second all-time to Don Bradman. He averaged over 61 runs per test. Obviously, Bradman with the 99.94. So Adam Voges isn't close, but just a completely dominant batsman, slightly above other legends that averaged in the low 60s. But was able to pick up this second-year card, which I was happy with. Then, as far as I can tell, this is his rookie. A really sweet holographic card from 2007. Sponsored by KFC, obviously. This is 2007 Select. And just a really nice card. I think this is his rookie, and was just really happy to add these. I've been really trying to track down the modern greats rookie cards as well as the Hall of Famers. And, I think, someone like Voges, you've got to think has a legit shot, a pretty good shot at making the Hall of Fame one day. And even if he doesn't, happy to have his first card. And then also modern greats, Shane Watson. Shane Watson was a completely dominant ICC player in 2020 cricket as well as in the other formats. But he was actually the highest paid non-Indian player in the Indian Premier League for something like 5 years in a row. He was the highest ranked batter in the Indian Premier League and in international 2020 cricket for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 years in a row, like 120, 150 weeks. And he was actually the top-ranked batter and the top-ranked all-rounder. And all-rounder is basically someone who excels at batting and at bowling. So Watson, really, really significant player. And as far as I can tell, this is his rookie card. This is 2001, and you can see he had really just started. He was only 20, hadn't played any international, was just getting started in, local Australian cricket. And next up, the 2 highest rated batters today. Marnus Labuschagne. He is number 2 in current batting ratings. So you can go online and search for this. He is right behind Joe Root, who's number 1. But as far as I can tell, this is Labuschagne's first card from 2017. Really sweet. I don't know if it shows up, but kind of blue foil. Really nice. I had not seen or had any other cards from the set, but was happy to get that. And then I was also able to get a couple more Joe Root rookies from 2014. There was a seller in Australia who was selling singles from this set, and I love this card. I think it's grossly underappreciated, I'll say. 2014 Root rookie. And then I didn't have any other Joe Root cards, and I saw a seller had a few of these. This is a 2017, 2018, 2017 tap and play kind of base card of Joe Root for the Ashes. And this was when Australia and England were playing against each other. So picked up 3 of those. Again, not rookies, but I just don't see a ton of rare issues of these players out there. So if I see them, it's nice to kind of jump at them when you get the chance. So other than that, that was my cricket pickups. I did pick up one non-cricket card, the Kelly Slater Fuchera rookie, which I think is just one of the coolest cards. And there was someone selling it in Australia, so I picked one of those up. And thank you to my friend David for kind of compiling these, allowing them to be shipped and kind of sent to me all as one package. David, you're the best. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of run through modern cricket cards, as well as a few pre-war and vintage.